year we do stand-up, and this is our stand-up event, so we're so glad that everyone could make it. Our first performer comes to us from the great state of Virginia. She is quite the lady. She's HP of Talbot. The love of my life, really. Welcome to the stage, Maddie Britvec. Welcome to our stand-up event. How's everyone doing? So, as you heard, I'm HP of Talbot House, which is the best house on campus. I don't know if you know. Say a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm in the SIKOS. I'm HP of Talbot, but I'm also a part of this other org, which I keep near and dear to my heart. It's called DWHM. It's a support group on campus. DWHM, Daughters with Hot Moms. Are there any prospective members here? Yeah, I see you. It's okay. It'll be okay. So that's my support group, but honestly, having a hot mom does have its benefits. For example, when we go out together, we get docked on the prices, we get free things, just how like my self-esteem's docked a bit. Really. But also, she has so many great stories. Like she tells this one story. She goes, Madeline, let me tell you about this one time I was scouted to be a model. And I say, Mom, I know, I was standing next to you, and it was 2 years ago. I remember. That's great. Thanks for telling me again, though. I really appreciate it. But she also really has a great heart, and she's really loving. In fact, she donates to a lot of charities, and we just did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge together. Do you guys know of this challenge? It's usually what happens is you pour a bucket of ice on each other's head, and then nothing else happens in the world. That's it. That's where it stops. That's all you do. So we did that together, and the video actually went viral. It made our days. We actually wore matching outfits too, so I wore black shorts and a black tank top, and she wore a black string thong bikini, so it was great. It was nice. It made our days, really. But she's an incredibly sexual being. And at Smith, you'll notice, honestly, everybody is super sexy if you look around. That's when you look around. Sexy. Yeah. But, that's part of being a feminist, just kind of discovering your own sexual ability. But I've always just kind of been a prude, I guess. I like the old-fashioned things in life, tea, books, masturbating. That jazz. Where I'm at, really. But I actually had my first sex dream the other night, and I talked about it. It was so interesting. I don't necessarily recommend them. You wake up and you're sweaty, and you're delusional. You're not exactly sure who was in it. But anyways, let me tell you about my sex dream. It happened, I was on the cast of The Real World, Delaware. And, I noticed that one of the guys who was on the cast with me, he looked familiar. I think we knew each other, but we'd never met before. He was really shy, kind of like an old soul at heart. And I told the other roommates, I'm not going to go out with you. I'm going to hang here, drink some tea, read a book, not masturbate with this fellow. And so we were talking, like I said, mysterious, kind of an old soul. Let's call him, say, I don't know, Joe Biden. So Joey and I, we were speaking. We had an emotional connection, really, and a lot in common. He said, I don't know what I'm doing after this. And I said, me either. He said, I don't know what my next step is. And I said, probably death. But so then I felt obliged to kind of give him a hug, but we were walking downstairs, so I leaned over to hug him, and I embraced, but my hands were a little too low, and I embraced a little too low on Mr. Joey Biden, and I just heard, and then he collapsed, and I was hit by Social Security. whips and things, and that doesn't sound appealing, so I guess I win because I sexually assaulted and then possibly killed the vice president of the United States in my first sex thing, so, superior. But I don't really know what my subconscious is trying to tell me with this, but I think what it's trying to tell me is that my type of men is kind of like old, white, rich, married men, but I guess that means I have more in common with my mom than I thought.